Alright. This movie stars Matthew McConaughey as a gun-tooting redneck and white boy Rick. White Boy Rick is the new Matthew McConaughey film starring Richie Merritt as Rick Wershe Jr., W-E-R-S-H-E. It's set in the 1980s between the years of 1983 or 1984 to 1986, I believe, in Detroit, Michigan. The movie is about the true story of Rick Wershe, W-E-R-S-H-E, Jr., a teenager who lives in Detroit, Michigan. He has a father, played by Matthew McConaughey, Richard Sr., who wants to open his own video store, his own little Blockbuster Video, kind of like his own home-owned Blockbuster Video, to rent movies, sell movies, and maybe sell VCRs, but he needs money in order to open this video store, so he's selling AK-47s that he buys at a gun show, and he gets his son to sell these AK-47s. His son is selling them to the local drug dealers in town, who end up becoming his friends, and he's selling them with silencers even. Obviously illegally. The FBI find out about the gun sales, the illegal gun sales. The FBI find out about these illegal gun sales, and they offer Ricky the chance to turn over state's evidence on the drug dealers that he knows, rat out his friends basically, in exchange for money. And as he gets in deeper into a mess where he may be getting in over his head, he decides to go into drug dealing because of circumstances that happen in his life. I don't want to spoil what these circumstances are, and that gets him into more trouble, and that's pretty much our movie. Now, I really wanted to see this movie because I like Matthew McConaughey. I think he's a great actor. I was really intrigued by the time period that this movie was set in, since I really like the 1980s. I did like this movie, but there are a lot of problems with this film, and I do think that this movie is a little bit of a disappointment, even though I did like it. Richie Merritt, who plays the lead character in this film, Rick Jr., is great in this film. I really thought he did a very good job playing this character. Matthew McConaughey is excellent in this film. I think this is one of his best performances, playing Richard Sr., this gun-tooting redneck. Alright. I want to sell these AK-47s here, because these are the guns that are great for killing everyone. And he is great in the movie. I really did like him in the film. Belle Powley does a really good job playing Richie Merritt's sister in the film, Dawn Wershe. She's great in the film. Bruce Dern playing the grandfather, although you don't really get that much of him in the movie. And Piper Laurie from the original Carrie shows up in the movie as the grandmother. I thought she was really good in the film. The actors that play Ricky's friends in the movie, R.J. Cyler, C-Y-L-E-R, is really good in the movie, and Johnny Majors is very good in the film. And then you have the two actors playing the FBI agents. Jennifer Jason Leigh plays Agent Snyder, and Rory Cochrane plays Snyder's partner in the film. I thought they were both very good in the movie. This movie does a very good job of recreating the 1980s with the hair, the costume design, the music. I really liked seeing Ricky in skating rinks. That was pretty cool. That really brought me back to the 1980s. I remember there was a skating rink that I used to go to when I was young. But let's get into the problems with this film, because there are a lot of problems with this movie. One of the main problems is, since Richie Merritt is a newcomer to acting, a lot of the actors around him have a bigger presence. Jennifer Jason Leigh, Matthew McConaughey, Bruce Dern, Piper Laurie, all these other actors tend to overshadow him. Another problem with the movie is the fact that this movie jumps around in time periods, but doesn't do a good job filling in the gaps between each time period. At one point you're meeting Ricky's family and learning all about them, and seeing him selling the guns to the drug dealers along with the silencers. Eventually later on you see Rick meeting up with the FBI and turning over state's evidence, ratting out his friends for money. And eventually there's one point where he gets a love interest in the film, played by Taylor Page, Kathy Voslin, who I thought was pretty good in the movie. But the movie doesn't do a good job filling in the gaps between each point in the film and between each of the events that happen in his life. Because of this, Rick Jr. feels a bit underdeveloped. Dawn Powley, his sister, sometimes feels a little bit underdeveloped. Kathy Voslin, the love interest, played by Taylor Page, feels very underdeveloped, and there's not enough development between Rick Jr. and Kathy to give them any chemistry, really. And the point where Ricky becomes a drug dealer is not very well developed either. The movie just jumps around way too quickly in time, and you don't really get a point to take it all in sometimes. And that's one of the main problems with this film. So even though I did like the movie, I didn't like the fact that the movie just jumped around through times, and I thought if the movie had a better script and maybe some better direction, this probably would have been a much better film and would have developed the characters much better. So I'm going to give this movie a B-. I do think it's a good movie, and it is worth seeing in the theater just as a low matinee, or maybe as a rental, maybe when it comes out on Redbox. And that's all I gotta say for White Boy Rick.